the wheel world, where we talk about all things skate
Yeah, roller skating and life.
and life, because skating is life, and skate or die, motherfucker. Am I right?
Yee, skate or die.
All right, so I bet a lot of you haven't heard of something super epic that's going to happen. But first, I want to talk about like way back when, I think season 1, we had talked about if we believed, and me and Rebel had a great disagreement in this, and it was about if roller skating should have competitions. Do you remember that, babe?
Yeah, I do remember that.
And like, do you think like, and you were like, yes, 100%. And I was like, I don't know, because like, I'm worried that that'll become the main thing, is just like sponsorships kind of like create this separatism like it did in skateboarding. So
Yeah, I mean, I don't know, because as things are like evolving, I feel like it's not everyone that's trying to be in these competitions. So I feel like it's not creating a separatism, but more like, there are just people that would like to compete, and they're like working their butts off at the skate park and stuff, and they should be rewarded for that.
all right, so everyone listening, I hope you're listening around the world. Like we're
Around the
like we have people listening around. We might. All right, so get out your calendar, get a pen, get a pencil, write this down. April 28th through May 1st in Santana, California, will be the first quad competition
Oh my gosh.
this year. What does that mean? What does that mean, Shove?
The Quad Cup?
The Quad Cup.
Wow, the Quad Cup.
So we heard of Blading Cup. We talked about Blading Cup because we were at the last one. It's this annual thing that they have, which like literally people fly out, and it's all inline skating.
And they compete, and they do all these crazy tricks, and they do lots and lots of different styles of inlining, and it's wild.
And apparently this past one was the most like roller skaters that ever showed up like to support. There used to be like this like whole divide kind of, and now they're seeing like, oh wait, we do all get along and we support each other. And people started talking to people, and now there is gonna be a quad cup within it, which is epic for roller skating.
Yeah, it's so epic.
Yeah, and as you know, my stance was like, I don't know, like I'm hesitant. But I think, like I also had mentioned before, I do believe that people should be rewarded that like literally see this sport as something that's like super athletic, competitive, like wants to be like, look, I am the best at something, I put the work in. And I think that's great. And I just want people to know that like when you excel and you grow and you learn these things and become so epic and like a freaking beast, that like you also teach someone else all those things and are accepting, and don't like gatekeep all those skills to yourself. Like, don't let the competition get to you. Like, we should all want everyone to rise up, and it shouldn't be a fight for sponsorships, or it shouldn't be a fight for the money necessarily. Like, I want to see y'all out there competing and like rooting each other on and like showing them how they could improve their skills. And I want the community to still hold on to that and not let the money and the glam of it all like get to them. So that's the only thing I would say, like advice wise, going into this. And as long as that remains there, and remember like what the skate community really stands for, then I am so for this competition happening.
I think I have an interesting perspective now that I didn't have when we first talked about this. And that is that, so like right now and like a little bit before this, in the dance skate community, there is like a lot more competition than ever existed before, not for sponsorships, but for like gigs.
Mm-hmm.
So like commercial gigs and just like, random gigs. And I do think that it kind of fosters this like competitiveness between people that I don't love. Like, I think that it's kind of like weird, but I do know that that's like not something that everyone who's in that world has adopted, right? Like I know plenty of people who go out for jobs and aren't at all like resentful or weird towards other people who are also going out for jobs. And so I do think that it is possible, and that it's just about like how people react to it. Right? Like, okay, there's this awesome opportunity now. Let's make sure that we're seeing it as this thing that's building our community and providing more opportunities within our community, instead of something that we should like push everyone else aside and try and grab, And I think that, that really is happening. And so I definitely think that it's possible, and I totally believe in the skate community, and I think we will be able to do that.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Let's not turn into what happened to skateboarding, and don't also let what happened to the blading community back in the 90s, and don't get taken advantage of when you do become like that skater that wins everything and like has your name on all these products, and doesn't get, next thing you know, a company kind of owns your name and ideas. So just let's make sure that as we grow, that we learn from the people that came before us, and like we learn from those mistakes and don't repeat them. And that way we can uplift it and show it what it can be like, and maybe we can have those effects in other sports. So that would be kind of cool.
Yeah. And I do think it's like, I don't know. I just see so many skaters, especially park skaters right now, that I'm like, damn, like you are so incredibly talented, and you deserve the right to be able to, be recognized for all the things that you're accomplishing. And I think that having a competition that isn't algorithm based, right? So like, I know so many dope quad skaters who I'm like, honestly flabbergasted every time they post anything, because they're so talented, but they have so few followers. So like people don't see how awesome they are. Yeah. And I think that those skaters deserve the spotlight, like I think people need to know their names. People need to know how awesome they are, and like give them the avenue to like name a trick, or, like that kind of stuff. I think that that's the really awesome part about this.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm like stoked, because I feel like there's going to be people that like fly in for this and like give it their all. Like I've been joking with Hebe at work. I'm like, how's your training going for Quad Cup? Because like, I like, it'll also be fun because like, if it's anything like just a regular blading cup, which it should be, is like with blading cup there was open skate, so like people could like skate the course for fun and stuff like that. And if that happens on this ramp, that's gonna be so much fun, and like I'll feel like, oh, maybe I'll go out there for fun. And I don't know, like I've ended with Moxie at this last one, and I'm excited to do that again and be even more successful and have more stuff, because like there were so many skaters, and now there'll be even more. And I'm super pumped to meet everyone that comes out. It's gonna be so epic, so awesome. I'm like hoping Barbie Patine comes out again. I'm hoping Carolina from Colombia comes out. Like I hope we get some people from the East Coast. Like I really want it to be epic. I want it to be like skate park version of RollerCon.
Yeah, that would be so cool.
Also like at Blading Cup there was like a film thing that I wish I would have went to, but I was like, I don't know if I want to be like in this theater with all these people, so I didn't go. But I kind of regretted it, because I guess there were some really good like films that played, and it was kind of like back-to-back showings, and some were like documentaries of inliners, and some were just like skate films, which is super cool. And like if we could do that for like roller skating, I think that would be epic. So I hope like some are already in the process of being made, or even if they were like, let's just show like Carly Craig's
Street Fighters?
I know Street Fighters. I was going to say Ghost Town.
Oh,
like Ghost
right.
Town,
Yeah.
which I wish was longer because it's just so epic. And then like I got spoiled with freaking Street Fighters. Making Gravy.
Yeah.
Making Gravy 1 and 2. Oh, did I tell you that I found a second one?
What? No.
There's a second one. We watched it when we were at Blading Cup.
Oh, dope.
Yeah. So there's like 2 of those. There's some other ones. I think Moko came out with one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I need to watch that one. But there's like so many roller skate films. If y'all don't try to look on YouTube, you can find them. There's just not as many as there are in like skateboarding has like millions, of course, and like there's millions, I'm sure, or hundreds of thousands of like blading and inline ones. But like roller skaters, we need to get out in the filmmaking.
Yeah.
Like it's one of those things like I wish I could do, but I need to be more confident in like skating on more terrains to like keep up with people. But I think it would be so dope to learn how to like film skaters. I'd be so down because like I see things and like the way it like angles and stuff, like I want to be able to do that. Like I want to be able to do that for the community. I think it would be so awesome.
Yeah, that'd be so awesome.
But yeah, so Quad Cup, I'm super excited. There's also Camp Awesome coming up.
Oh yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and we'll probably like talk about that more next week. But
yeah, we don't know enough information about it to be able to talk about it now.
Yeah, and then like Quad Cup, like there's stuff I might know that I'm just not going to talk about right now, but Quad Cup's coming, and the only reason I'm talking about it is because it's on the internet. You can see it, so I'm not giving away too much information.
Yeah.
But yes, like the first Quad Cup that I hope is freaking like an annual Quad Cup. That would be so sick.
That'd be so sick. I think it'll happen. I really do think it'll happen.
Yeah, and I think that maybe somebody that has a YouTube channel should maybe go live there.
Yeah, definitely. Like, I think someone who has a YouTube channel could potentially go
like
live
either
there.
Go live there or make the most epic video ever.
Maybe both.
Like it needs to be documented.
Yeah, it'll definitely be documented for sure.
Like we might need to hire a backup filmer just to like get this.
Hire a backup filmer. Wow.
Jesse, where you at?
Yeah.
Like like we need the awkward skater, aka damn it, Jesse, getting photos. Like we're oh my gosh, I need to write that down.
Big stuff.
We need to tell them like
hire people.
Jesse, if you're
media
listening,
kit,
you need to be there. Like we need to get all these roller skater like filmers and photographers out there. Like this would be awesome. It's gonna be in dog days, I bet. Like we need to make sure that like we show up and show out, and like all these inliners are gonna be like, wow,
for the roller skate culture.
Yeah, for the roller skate culture. Do it for the culture.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, that's
so get stoked and get pumped because we're excited.
Yeah, and we're gonna talk about it way more when we get closer to it.
Yeah. So that is the Wheel World.